Owens! Why am I not in the G1? Explain to me why they have their opportunity. I destroy everyone in my path, and yet I am not included in that G1 field. Owens, you better have a good explanation for why Braun isn't tearing up metal tonight.
Hey, big man, calm down. I had no idea. Look, you were hurt. I wanted to put you in. I wanted to include you in that field, but the doctors, they told me, you know what? It wasn't just the doctors. No, I mean, the doctors told me you were hurt. That's why I didn't put you in, but there was another guy. There was another guy who convinced me not to put you in. Do you know who that was? It was Rhino. That's right, it was Rhino. I wasn't even going to include him in the field, but he showed up. He wanted a spot, and you know what? I didn't know when you were going to be healthy. It was Rhino who convinced me not to put you in. You want to be angry at someone? Be angry at Rhino.
You know what? I'm sick of your BS. I'm gonna get Rhino, and if I don't get what I want in future, then you are gonna get these hands. And just remember, Owens, I'm not finished with you.
Welcome everybody to Metal Live here tonight. The G1 rolls on, especially with our main event here tonight, Chris Jericho going one-on-one with Kurt Angle. Last week, Angle lost to Samoa Joe, suffering that setback. Tonight he's looking to bounce back against a man who has recently made his return to this company, that being Y2J himself, Chris Jericho. Last week, Y2J got a win over The Miz. He's looking to continue that momentum live here tonight. And not only that, all your favourites in action live here tonight, looking to get more points on the board as we head closer to the final to crown a new metalweight champion for the metal brand. But first of all, let's just address what we saw at the start of the programme. Braun Strowman, the monster among men, bursting into the office of the new commissioner Kevin Owens, demanding that he be put in the G1 tournament. We thought that Braun Strowman was injured, that's why he was unable to compete in the G1. It was because of the advice of the doctors that Braun didn't get a spot in the G1, but it seemed as though Owens was shifting the blame towards another wrestler, that being Rhino, who was, as we know, a last-minute replacement for Braun in this tournament. One thing is for certain though, I don't want to be in the path of a raging beast. We'll see how that plays out later on tonight. But first of all, let's run down what has happened in the G1 thus far. Starting with A block last week, it was Finn Balor defeating Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre defeating DDP, and in the main event, AJ Styles and Shawn Michaels going to a 20-minute draw. But it was a super kick from Shawn Michaels in mid-air in the last second of the action that almost got the win for HBK. Let's start off by looking at action between two phenomenal athletes, no pun intended, that being the phenomenal one AJ Styles and the so-called chosen one Drew McIntyre. Two athletes in the prime of their careers, both looking to get 2 points on the board to add to their wins from last week. On the shoulders, and there's the powerbomb. Looking for a suplex, but look at the power of McIntyre. AJ on the outside, and there's a tilt-a-whirl onto the hardest part of the ring. McIntyre saying, is that all you got? But he's got a Hurricane Rana left in him. And there's the belly-to-belly in the corner. Styles now, such poise and balance to deliver that net breaker. Here comes McIntyre off the second rope with a lariat. McIntyre again on the shoulders and the Hoshi-Goroshi from AJ. Styles in control, looking for that forearm, but caught out! Future shot DDT. Gonna go for that Claymore, but turned around! Styles clash! AJ Styles picks up the victory. What a reversal by AJ, and AJ now with 3 points. Styles picks up the victory, but let's not take anything away from the performance of McIntyre on this occasion. Let's move on now to a man who's been tearing up the scene in NLW since forming the Balor Club, along with Tama Tonga, Gallows and Anderson, that being Finn Balor. He was in action against DDP Diamond Dallas Page. Balor may have the Balor Club on his side, but let's not forget that Diamond Cutter can come out of nowhere. Balor last week picked up a victory. DDP still looking for his first win in the tournament, but Balor is a dangerous entity. Balor checking on his... Whoa, oh, wait a minute! Can't come in, no! Stomped instead. DDP can catch you out of nowhere as he did with that lariat. On the top rope and kicked back down. Vicious from Balor. And now with the referee distracted, Gallows drives him into the post. Has him by the neck, paroxysm from Balor. DDP tries to get back into it with the Enziguri. On the second rope, belly to belly. Diamond cutter coming. No, drop kick to the back of the skull. And another missile drop kick from Finn. Now on the top, puts it away with a coup de grace. And there's no need for this. The match is over and there's the gun stun. And this is just a 4-on-1 assault for the sake of it. The Magic Killer. DDP has been taken out by the Balor Club. Once again, Balor and the Balor Club displaying their dominance. I wouldn't want to be in their warpath at this point in time. Balor certainly looking like a favourite early on, but another man who was looking like a favourite is the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. Last week, as we mentioned, failed to make the cover before the time limit expired against AJ Styles, meaning he's only got 1 point on the board, but still, a point is better than nothing. He's looking to bounce back here tonight against the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. The dream matches keep on coming. The up-and-coming stud, the Intercontinental Champion, Cody Rhodes taking on the legend, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, and this matchup is underway. They lock up. Rhodes looking for his first 2 points on the board. Michaels also looking for his first win in this tournament after drawing against AJ Styles last week. Kip up. Had him held by the legs, and there you see. There's the cheating tactics, the eye rake, and the roll-up didn't get it. Drop toe hold though. Misses the stomp, and misses the elbow. And already, these two warriors, very evenly matched so far. Has him by the waist. Manages to pick a leg. Gets kicked off the ropes and goes to the hip toss. And turned into a hip toss of his own. And Cody Rhodes now, wrapping those legs up into the Indian Deathlock. Such pressure applied on the knees of Shawn Michaels here. But Michaels near the ropes and he gets there just in time. But that is a devastating hold to have on you, even if it's for a short period of time. And once again going for the legs, you saw him kick out the knee, and there's the uppercut, taken for his brother Dustin. And there, wait a minute though, Michaels tries to catch him out for the Hurricane Rana, but only a 2. Cody rolls to the outside for safety, but my God, what a missile drop kick from Shawn Michaels. Cody Rhodes flying into the announce table outside. The Intercontinental Champion held up and dropped with that power slam. Now Shawn Michaels going for a classic maneuver. That elbow drop, but here comes Cody. Back up, and my goodness, what a spike DDT. Hanging him from the top rope and dropping him on the top of his head, and again, to the head and neck. Fantastic kick. A kick out though from Shawn Michaels. Had him hooked in deep with that cover, but Michaels still just about able to kick out. But the damage has been done to that head, and oh, what a slap! Incredible disrespect! But the forearm and the kip up from the Heartbreak Kid. Now it's time for Shawn Michaels to get back into the contest. Cody has gone to the outside, and now big crossbody from the top rope. Shawn Michaels risking life and limb, diving onto the Intercontinental Champion. Can Shawn Michaels get back into the contest and get his first 2 points? Tuning up the band, looking for his first win. Cody Rhodes also looking for his first victory in this tournament. Tunes up, super kick coming, no. Caught out, span into, crossroads maybe. Has him by the neck, but here again. Roll up, tries to catch him out, but a kick out. Again gonna go for that super kick maybe, no. Placed on the top, but Michaels elbows his way free. Now stood atop that top rope, but here comes Cody. Agility to leap to the top. Frankensteiner hooks the leg, but a kick out again. Amazing action here in this match. Shawn Michaels just about kicks out of that top rope Hurricane Rana. But the end may be near, and the Intercontinental Champion going in for the kill. Crossroads, no, on the shoulders, but now thrown to the outside. Michaels now on the ramp in a prone position. All it's going to take is one move, and this match may be over. Here comes the spear! Oh my God!
1, 2.
Spaceman plancher into the super kick. Shawn Michaels kicked Cody Rhodes into the stratosphere.
7.
Oh my God, but again, look at that.
9.
The referee's counting down, but... Oh no, not again. And for a second week in a row, Shawn Michaels is going to have to settle for 1 point. That move, that super kick, took a lot out of both men. The referee was counting both men out, and it ended up being a double count out. We'll take a look at the replay of the action. That spike DDT could have spelled the end for Michaels, but he came back with a crossbody, and then this Frankensteiner, I thought it was over. But Cody saw that Michaels was prone, but the Spaceman plancher got turned into the super kick, and right here, that is where the whole match was thrown out for Shawn Michaels. He tried to make it back in and get a count-out victory. However, the Intercontinental Champion had the smarts and the ring awareness to hold on to the leg and prevent Michaels from getting a point. And what the hell is this now? That's Mr. Money in the Bank Tetsuya Naito with a contract in hand. And Naito puts pen to paper, and I guess that means that Tetsuya Naito has signed with Metal. And he did it on the back of Shawn Michaels. The bidding wars have been going on for weeks, and now Tetsuya Naito has made his decision, caving in the skull of Michaels and declaring himself the newest face to Metal. Crack out the champagne, it's time for a super kick party! This Too Sweet Twosome is a breath of fresh air in the tag team division here on Metal. They are so exciting to watch are these two brothers, Matt and Nick Jackson, tearing up the scene. Insane athleticism, incredible airtime. They will take risks, but they will also take you down. They are methodical, and that is why they have been tag team champions everywhere they've stepped foot. Super kick, left and right. The Meltzer driver, it's a thing of beauty. They may be killing the business, but the Young Bucks are on top of the tag team world. This is a fatal four-way match to determine the number one contender for the Women's Championship. Hurricane Rana from Trish Stratus. Paige being choked by Rosemary, but here's Trish. She has a hell, but there's Natalya to take them all down. Natalya with a sharpshooter on Trish, but a DDT from Paige. But Paige gets caught out with a red wedding. Rosemary pins Paige, and Rosemary becomes the undead number one contender. There you see Rosemary becoming the number one contender for the Women's Championship. Sasha Banks is going to defend the Women's title on the next episode of NLW against Lita. We'll see who Rosemary is going to challenge for that championship. Now let's move back onto block action, block B more specifically. Last week Chris Jericho defeated The Miz, Rhino beat Roman Reigns with help from a Flair distraction, and Samoa Joe defeated Kurt Angle via that Coquina clutch, making him pass out. Let's start things off with a man who was wronged last week, that being the big dog Roman Reigns. Would Ric Flair rear his ugly face again, or can Roman Reigns defeat The Miz here in this block match? Miz may be able to take advantage of the fact that Reigns may not be in the correct mindset for this upcoming match, considering the external factor of the Four Horsemen. Power by Reigns on display there. Big clothesline from the big dog. Reigns tries to catch his breath, but there's The Miz. Finds an opportunity. Now the figure four on the ring post. Goes after Reigns, but there's a step-up spinebuster. In the corner, goes for the spear, but a roll-up instead. Miz tries to catch Reigns out, and he does with that DDT. Miz marks his man, but the big Samoan drop. Miz in trouble, Superman punch. Cocks it again. Misses this time, no skull crushing finale. A spear instead. Roman Reigns picks up the victory over The Miz, but hang on a minute, there's Ric Flair. Flair back again, but look behind. There's Arn Anderson. The Horseman tried a sneak attack on Reigns, but Reigns was having none of it. Well, Reigns picks up a victory over The Miz, however, Flair and Arn Anderson are still angry that Roman speared them way back at WrestleMania 3. Next up, let's look at two powerhouses in the form of the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe, and the man-beast Rhino. Both these men won their respective bouts last week. Let's see what happens when these two animals collide in the ring tonight. This is a match that I had circled in the sweepstake. Two beasts, face to face in the ring right now. Bell sounds and both men collide at each other. Incredible power by both, but great agility from Joe. You saw the enziguri and there's a boot in the corner. Look at the power of Rhino, big power slam. Has him by the arms and there's the tiger suplex. Here comes Joe with a tope, but caught out, and a belly to belly on the floor from Rhino. Man Beast with the TKO to Joe. Going for a clothesline, maybe no, battered away, but trying to block the clutch. Gore time! No! Went for the gore! Rhino close to the ropes, but now on the shoulders and the muscle buster. Samoa Joe picks up the victory over the man beast Rhino here tonight. And what is this now? Oh, what the hell? It's Braun Strowman! Strowman decimated Rhino! And the power slam from the Monster Among Men. Earlier tonight, Kevin Owens said that it was Rhino's fault that Braun wasn't in the G1, and Braun takes out that frustration on Rhino. Well, we should have expected it. Kevin Owens shifting the blame for Braun Strowman not being in the G1 onto Rhino, who took advantage of the fact that there was a spot open in the tournament. Braun Strowman, though, didn't look like he was hurt here tonight. He laid out Rhino, and it's clear that Braun is still pissed off about not being included in the field for the tournament. Now, folks, it is time for our main event, the match you've been waiting for all evening. Y2J versus the Olympic gold medalist, Chris Jericho versus Kurt Angle. They are both legends of the professional wrestling business, and tonight they clash in this match tonight, looking to get 2 points on the board. Jericho picked up a victory last week, Kurt Angle unfortunately did not. Let's see how these two fare in our main event tonight in B-Block action. Undoubtedly two of the favourites since the inception of this tournament. Kurt Angle may have suffered a setback last week, has a chance to redeem himself tonight against the returning Chris Jericho, who has only had one match back since his return to NLW. Went for the chop, now the hip toss, misses the drop kick. Have each other well scouted, they know each other very well. You saw the Olympic takedown from Kurt Angle. That's what he has to do to try and out-wrestle Jericho, as you see there. Tried to get out of the headlock with a back suplex, but Angle maintains pressure on the hold. And again, make sure to hit the arm away, and a spinning heel kick from Y2J, the Ayatollah of rock and roller, on fire in this match. Gonna bring him back in with a suplex immediately. Goes in for the cover, rakes the elbow into the face as well for added pressure. Misses the clothesline though. And there's the first of what I'm sure is going to be many Olympic German suplexes. You can see him holding his lower back. Jericho though gets right back into it. Walls of Jericho coming if he can turn over the Olympic gold medalist. Gonna try and go for the submission, but he's in the ropes. Angle very rarely in his career has tapped out. Is tonight going to be an exception? We'll see. He gets drop kicked off the apron by those long legs of Jericho. And Y2J meets his man on the outside, not giving him any breathing room, but reversed into those hard steel steps. No give whatsoever. And now going to catapult his man into the steel post. Tried to out-wrestle Jericho early on, but now the vicious side of Kurt Angle has come out. You see there, that belly-to-belly suplex, throwing Jericho over the head of Angle with such power, and now he goes for the ankle lock. But kicked away, but still manages to connect with a sickening clothesline onto Y2J, who is struggling at the moment. Both men back to their feet. Kicks him away, and a back elbow from the second rope. Can Jericho regain the momentum that he lost earlier in this match? He's trying to now, off the ropes, but there's a sunset flip. In for the cover, going to try and catch him out. But back to their feet, the hip lock, but elbows his way free. Now Jericho runs at his man, but gets a hangman. Hung up in the top rope, that stun gun, and now a boot to the face. Jericho on the second rope again. But had the wherewithal did Angle to catch him in midair and deliver that overhead belly-to-belly throw. Jericho in trouble. Doesn't know where he is. Y2J has suffered the effects of an Angle beatdown. And now he's going to go after that ankle. Going to try and wrench and twist it for the submission, but an enziguri gets himself free to Jericho. Big chop. Elicits a reaction from the crowd. Rings the arm though, going for that German. But manages to wheelbarrow the legs. Now he has him. Can he turn him over? Yes, he can. All of the pressure with the walls of Jericho on the lower back of Kurt Angle. Angle, he's in a world of pain. But is he going to tap out? He's in the centre of the ring, nowhere to go. But look at this now. He's grabbing that ankle. Grabbing that ankle of Jericho while he's in the hole, and he turns it around. So slick. Incredible technical wrestling from Kurt Angle to reverse the walls into the ankle lock, but manages to roll himself out of it. Gets himself free. There's the Bulldog. Now it's going to be the Lion Song. No, the knees are up. Knees up. How by the... Oh, Jesus Christ. German suplex. Jericho landed right on the back of his neck. And now Angle measures his man. Picks him up. Angle slam, no! Code breaker! And Jericho with the victory over Kurt Angle. Another loss for Kurt Angle, who prior to the G1 had only ever lost twice in his NLW career, and now he's picked up 2 consecutive losses in the biggest tournament in metal history. Well, let's look at the replay of this incredible action. I would say match of the tournament so far. You see the wherewithal of Jericho to reverse the German suplex into the walls, and then the walls reverse into the ankle lock. Angle managed to scout him out with a German suplex and the knees up for the Lion Song, but then it was this. Jericho gets out of the Angle slam by delivering that code breaker, knocking out the Olympic gold medalist and ensuring another victory. Y2J is now tied at the top of the group. Kurt Angle is dead last. Angle's got a lot of catching up to do if he wants to become the inaugural metalweight champion. But the story here is that Y2J continues his win streak here in this G1 tournament.